Hello, hello, hello there, fans and frenemies. As you are watching this, I just got back from TFCon yesterday. No, the day before, but I spent all of yesterday asleep. And today I'm drawing Shadow Striker from the new Cyberverse. I mean, I guess it's not new. We're on season 2 now, but I haven't seen season 2, and I actually hadn't realized it was out when I got there. And so everybody's like, "Have you seen season 2?" I'm like, "No." And if you spoil it, I'm gonna lose my mind. I went with her. I couldn't find any good, honestly. The reason I went with her like pre-patchwork design here for this piece was because I couldn't find any good reference material for it, like good screenshots, like high quality color references. So I used the old one, but I think it's fine. So yeah, I adore this character. I was so excited when I saw, or well, when the first time they said her name when I was watching Cyberverse season 1. I was like, wait, did they just say Shadow Striker? Because if you didn't know this, Shadow Striker is an old Transformers convention exclusive toy. There was one year where BotCon was called the official Transformers Collectors Convention, OTFCC, something. I don't remember what year that was. It was a pretty early year, like what, I don't know, 2001, something like that probably. But that year there was a 2-pack, and it was Roulette and Shadow Striker, and they were both girl characters. And I actually thought that was the only time Shadow Striker was used, but I just Googled it and found out that apparently that's not true. And in 2010, under the Bayverse line, there was another one in a 2-pack called Shadow Striker, and that was a Target exclusive, and I don't have it, so I guess I have to go find that now. But I was so excited because I was like, wow, that's an obscure reference. It's like a really deep cut. So it was really cool to see Shadow Striker come back, especially in this way because, like, this character is so awesome and just so creative and unique. She, if you haven't seen Cyberverse yet, I guess some spoilers here for her backstory because, like, definitely if you haven't seen it, go watch it because Cyberverse is freaking amazing. But so she was a Decepticon, and she was like one of the best fighters. She was like really well known for being just an incredible fighter. She was super powerful and strong and cool and fast. And she got like a whole squad under her. And at one point, she'd actually straight up captured Optimus Prime. So she hit up Megatron and was like, "Hey, dude, come get him. We got you, boy." And she stepped outside for a minute. I can't remember why, but she like stepped outside for a second to do something. And in that time, Bumblebee snuck in and broke out Optimus. And she ran in and they blew up the building, and she got blown up. And at that point, everybody assumed she was dead because she got exploded, and like it was a horrific explosion, and she's definitely dead. Only turns out she wasn't dead because Shockwave found her and all of her like the people in her squad, and she was still alive, but she was like just pieces. So he used all of the pieces of the other, like her squad mates, to put her back together. So when she like woke up, she was this horrific Frankenstein monster of all of her dead underlings. And also, not only is she now like her body is made up of, corpse parts, but like she also has lost she's constantly like glitching and twitching and sparking, and she's just not, she can't keep up with what she used to do. She can't be fast or agile. Essentially, she's become physically disabled in a way that limits her from doing the things she wants to do, and she's very upset, and she blames Bumblebee for her predicament and the frankly horrific situation she finds herself in. And like, there's this really sad episode where they get like stuck under like a pipe, and she tells him about this because he's like, "Why do you hate me specifically? What did I do?" And she's like, "What's your fault? You blew me up, and then Shockwave put me back together." And he's like, "I mean, isn't Shockwave the horrifying Victor Frankenstein here?" And she's like, "No, all I have is vengeance left. That's the only thing I have going for me. Don't take this from me." And he's like, "Oh, it's uncomfortable for me." But I just thought this was like really good. Cyberverse is fantastic, and some of these character like backstory concepts are just so unique and interesting, and I'm so invested in what happened to Shadow Striker. Like, wow. Just the depth there is really, really engaging and interesting, and I just found it like, I was so emotionally invested in her story and her character arc, and I'm like, this is great. So I love this character. And so the piece that I'm working on today Because I just got, like I said, I just got back from TFCon. I'm in such a robot mood. I want to do nothing but draw Transformers. I'm painting my girl Shadow Striker so that I can talk to you about her because I love her. And I have filled her up with flowers, and specifically these are marigolds, which stand for vengeance, I believe. I have to double check, but I put these on old like old pictures of Maple Shade. I used to put those on her too. Yeah, despair and grief. That's it. It's despair and grief. So you know, like she's made now of like corpse parts, which is horrific. So there were some other flowers that might have been more appropriate but didn't look as nice. Like there's flowers for hatred or vengeance or loss of a loved one. But I chose to go with this one because I thought that the nice bright orange and red marigolds would really complement her purple design, and I was right. Looks great. But yeah, like I said, I probably would have done her patchwork design for this. This is what I originally wanted, but I went to Google and I just couldn't find any good color refs. I couldn't find a lot of good color refs for Cyberverse characters in general. I was kind of surprised. I was like, ugh, I don't want to go take screenshots. I'm lazy. But yeah, so I get to work on a lot of cool little metal kind of color stuff here. Yeah, and then I'm going in with the cool flashy bits. And then I start on my overpainting right after I do the white kind of reflections on that. Yeah, there we go. So I feel like I always start on the eyes when I do my overpainting, which is like once I've done the line art and color under the line art, then I paint over top of it, and that's like overpainting or regular painting, I guess. And I feel like I always start with the eye. I guess because I consider it like the most important like focal piece, like part of the thing is once you got the eye done, then the rest of the face supports that part, I guess. So I always do it first. I don't know. I didn't really notice it until I started like recording speed paints and like watching myself draw a lot, because I watch these obviously while I record, and I'm like, huh, I guess I really do start with the eye a lot. But man, I adore Shadow Striker. I have the I do have her original, like I actually don't have any of the Cyberverse Shadow Striker toys yet. I just haven't had a chance to get them, but I do have the like original not BotCon one. Which is neat, but like I said, I don't have that Target exclusive that I didn't know existed until 5 minutes ago, and I'm kind of mad because I'm like, oh, it looks good. I got to go find it now. TF Wiki thinks that she's actually based, like she has the Shadow Striker name, but she's actually kind of based on Night Racer, which is an old, which is like the very first Decepticon girl which is also a BotCon inclusive. I don't know. Night Racer was like green and black. I don't think color-wise it's really there, but I guess I can see what they're going for, but yeah. So I actually really like how this piece came out. I think the colors are really nice, and I want to go draw more robots now. So you'll probably get a few more of those in the coming weeks. Thanks for watching. Laters out.